wanted to share my thoughts today on the 3DS family. I love this console, I love the games. There's so much about it that I just really enjoy, so I wanted to just kind of discuss today. I apologize if I ramble a little bit, but I guess getting into it, I first picked up this here, my Aqua Blue 3DS back in 2013 or 2014. Crazy is about 10 years ago, but I was super excited to pick this one up. The box has definitely seen better days. I remember as a kid spending like a year saving up my money so I could finally buy a 3DS. For a long time, this was like the only console I would play on. Just spend all my time gaming here with games like Pokemon X, Animal Crossing New Leaf. So much fun, so many good memories. There's a lot of really fun games and mini games that kind of test the 3D features of the 3DS. And while I personally don't use the 3D feature very much, and most of my playing I do on my 2DS XL here, the orange one, the 3D feature does work surprisingly well. I found that when I was using my 3DS a lot, it would be fun to turn on the 3D for a few minutes, and then I'd eventually turn it off and just play in 2D. So it is definitely cool for the novelty, but I just really found myself not using it very much, and so I do most of my playing here on my white and orange 2DS XL. I love the screen sizes of this one. It's comfortable to use. I also love the color scheme on this one. A while after I picked up my 3DS, I picked up this one, the 2DS that comes pre-installed with the Mario Kart 7. The 2DS is an interesting one because it's built a lot more like something like a Game Boy Advance or an older handheld console. Since it doesn't fold, it feels a bit more substantial in your hands. But yeah, this was a fun one to play on. I didn't end up using it for super long before I wanted to upgrade, like I said, to the 2DS XL. I just like the screen size. The overall size of the console just feels better in my hands. So getting into some of the games for the 3DS, I wanted to just jump over, I guess, my top 5 list of my favorite games. First at the number 5 spot, I've gone with the 3D remake of Majora's Mask. I never played the original on the Nintendo 64, but this one was a lot of fun, really cool gameplay. Yeah, I did watch a little bit of the gameplay for the original N64 one, but that was about it. So getting to play through this on the 3DS was a lot of fun. Next up, I've gone with Fire Emblem Awakening for my number 4 spot. I actually just picked this up, new surprisingly, about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Played through it. This was a ton of fun. I remember back when it first came out, they had the demo for free on the 3DS, and I got to play that a little bit, and it was a lot of fun. And then, yeah, just recently got around to actually playing through the game. So this one's a ton of fun. Awesome soundtrack, really cool gameplay. First Fire Emblem game I've ever played. Definitely makes me want to try out some more Fire Emblem games. So let me know what your favorite Fire Emblem games are. At the number 3 spot, I've picked Metroid Samus Returns. I believe this is a reimagining or like a remake of the Metroid 2 game on the Game Boy. Much like Fire Emblem, this is the first Metroid game I ever played. Really fun. Yeah, just really cool sci-fi game. I love that Metroidvania style of exploration. Really cool suit upgrades in this game, and a lot of fun. So definitely would recommend checking this one out if you haven't given it a try yet. At the number 2 spot, I've got Animal Crossing New Leaf. I put so much time into this game growing up. It's just super chill, so much fun. Again, absolutely killer soundtrack on this one. I could just spend hours fishing, just hanging out in my town. I do really enjoy New Horizons on the Switch, but in my opinion, I don't think anything's ever going to top New Leaf on the 3DS. Just so many good memories. Super nostalgic game. So that's my number 2 pick. And then my favorite 3DS game of all time has got to be Pokemon X. I was so excited for this to come out. In fact, it was the reason why I bought a 3DS in the first place. I picked it up the day it came out. A friend of mine and I, we had like a sleepover, and then the next day we walked like 3 miles to Walmart so we could pick up Pokemon X. So yeah, this one I put hundreds of hours into this game. Greninja is still my favorite Pokemon to this day. Just really fun game. I know for some people the Pokemon X and Y games are kind of in the middle as far as their favorites, but just the nostalgic factor, how much time I put into this game, just overall, I just love this game. I could fire it up and play through it again anytime. A couple more 3DS games I just wanted to talk about, some that I've enjoyed, that I would definitely recommend checking out. You got the 3D remake of Ocarina of Time. I spent a lot of time as a kid watching my older brothers play this one, and so it's really nostalgic for that reason. If you haven't had an opportunity to play Ocarina of Time, it's awesome. Great soundtrack, just overall awesome game, and it's great that they've got the 3D remake for the 3DS. So next up, Lego City Undercover: The Chase Begins. Probably my favorite Lego game I've ever played. This one was a ton of fun. I believe The Chase Begins is 3DS exclusive. I know that there's a Lego City Undercover game for the Wii U and maybe a few other consoles, but I think The Chase Begins was only on the 3DS. Could be wrong, but yeah, this one was a lot of fun too. Next up, I want to talk about Rayman Origins. This one was released on a lot of different platforms. I first played it on the PS3, and then picked it up on 3DS, and then just beat it pretty recently on Xbox 360. So kind of jumped around a little bit with this one, but this game is awesome. My favorite Rayman game I've played. Super fun, really cool art style too. Yeah, really fun game for the 3DS. Something I really liked about the 3DS is that they brought so many old titles back. So, for example, we got the original Luigi's Mansion, which was released for the GameCube, and that's one I got to play a little bit when I was a kid. Mostly I watched my older brother play this one, but getting to play through it on the 3DS was a lot of fun, and I know the GameCube copies of Luigi's Mansion can go for quite a lot these days, so if you're looking to play through Luigi's Mansion, definitely check out the 3DS version. Can't really talk about the 3DS without talking about Super Mario 3D Land. This game is so much fun. Yeah, I could go on and on about the great things about this game. Really fun soundtrack. The 3D features in the game work really well. A lot of fun. Yeah, great game. Must have for a 3DS owner. I know a lot of the 3DSs I think came with Super Mario 3D Land, so yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't given it a chance yet. To wrap up some of the games I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to talk about these few that I picked up fairly recently. Recently picked up Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Haven't gotten to play it at all yet, but I am looking forward to giving this one a try. I know there's a few different Monster Hunter games on the 3DS. Next up, Yoshi's New Island. This one I've played a little bit. Haven't really played any of the Yoshi games besides this one, but from what I've played so far, it's a fun one. So yeah, picked that one up about a year ago, I think. And then last, I picked up Rayman 3D, which I think is a remake of one of the Rayman games on the N64, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that one. But I have gotten to play a good chunk of this one. This one's a fun one. Cool to play some Rayman games on the 3DS. Like I said, Rayman Origins is my personal favorite, but always good to add some new games to the collection. So that's not all of my 3DS games I own, but those are just some ones I did want to talk about, kind of shed some light on. There are a bunch of games I am looking to find and add to my collection. So Kid Icarus Uprising is one I want to find. I know that one is pretty expensive these days, I think last time I saw it was like over $100. Other games, definitely some of the 3DS Fire Emblem games. So we've got the Fire Emblem Fates, Conquest and Birthright. Definitely want to check out Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. Yeah, let me know what your favorite 3DS games are, which ones I need to check out and add to my collection. The 3DS library is so expansive, especially when you add on all the DS games, which are all compatible with the 3DS. There's just literally hundreds and hundreds of options to choose from to play on the 3DS. So in closing, I guess I just wanted to talk about the 3DS today. I love this system. It's sad that the servers have shut down, eShop is closed. The virtual console system within the 3DS was really fun, really cool. Just you get to buy an individual game from a retro console. The Switch now with its the memberships and stuff, I'm not a huge fan of. It was really fun getting to just purchase an individual game, and there was a lot of really fun ones on the 3DS. I got to play some of I believe Pokemon Gold from the Game Boy Color on the Virtual Console for 3DS. A bunch of other ones too, but anyway, so let me know what your thoughts are on the 3DS. What some of your favorite games are. What are some I need to check out? But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.